Hello, my name is Greg Harradine. I'm a composer, and on this episode of Good Art, Bad Art, I'll be discussing the question of why is the Assassin's Creed 2 theme tune, which is called Ezio's Family, why is it such a snooze fest? That's the question on this episode. Now, this was suggested as a topic by Mike Burns. So thank you, Mike, for the suggestion. And I'm sorry, Mike, if my views disagree with yours. Many people love this composition. Yeah, many people online love it. For me, though, I'm sad to say, I find it very dull indeed. And I'll get into why. Just before I do, I'd like to encourage more suggestions. Please send me your ideas of what I should cover next. And if you can, send me a 30-second video of yourself saying who you are and why you want to suggest a certain piece of music. There's a link in the description to a Google Drive folder. You can upload your videos there, and then if I choose your suggestion, I'll put your little video into mine so we can see who's suggesting the piece. So thanks. Now then, so Ezio's Family, the theme to Assassin's Creed 2, composed by Jesper Kyd, and yes, people love it, and that's great. I'm glad people like it. Other YouTubers seem to love it. I watched a few other videos about, people discussing this composition, such as one from someone called Marco Meatball, who has 426,000 subscribers. He's an ex-opera singer, and he said, it's one of the most majestic pieces of music I've ever heard in the video game canon. So Marco Meatball loves it. Also, someone called Meg Mage or Meg Mage, 100,000 subscribers, and she says she listened to it and she said that's got to be like a masterpiece. All right. So why do I disagree? Well, I will tell you. Now it starts promisingly enough. I think we hear what turns out to be the main melodic theme very quietly, on some kind of indistinct instrument. I couldn't tell what it was, but we hear the main theme. It's in the key of D minor, and the theme is very simple. It starts on the note D, and it just goes D, F, G, A, D, F, G, F. Yeah, kind of minor pentatonic kind of theme. Very simple, bordering on the banal, I would say, but it's fine. Many things can be done with simple themes. We hear that, some nice textures, some nice strings coming in, acoustic guitar. Yeah, that's one of the best things I should say about this is the instrumentation and the texture. Yeah, very well done. Very good idiomatic writing for different instruments and very well put together, I will say that. So I'm listening. Yeah, okay, we hear this theme a few times. We get some vocals. Yeah, nice choral vocals. And then we get a few chords underneath. D minor, yes, drops down to C, and I'm thinking it's going to be B flat next, right? We've started a descent, and of course, lo and behold, we get B flat. And in fact, then this bass ostinato ends up working its way down all the way, B flat, and then A, G, F, E, and then back to D. So a descending natural minor scale, or a descending Aeolian mode on D, if you like. Anyway, it's fine, but I'm listening to it, and where's the development, right? We get the same tune, the same theme, the same harmony, very little in the way of development. It's relentless, really. And of course, one must mention the fact that this is video game music, so presumably you're playing the game whilst listening, and that may have something to do with it. Of course. If you're playing the game, you don't want to be distracted, perhaps, by music that does too much. But equally, the best music in any genre, video game music, whether it's music written for theatre, for the ballet, the best of these genres, the music should stand on its own 2 feet. And for me, it doesn't. I'll share a couple of other good parts that I think. I like when the vocals gradually get higher. They end on a high, I think it's a high A, if memory serves me right, at around 109, 110. And that high A, that vocal note, suddenly gets morphed into solo violin on the same pitch. And that's nice. I like that idea of morphing one sound into another. And I like the solo violin playing. You can tell it, a real instrument played well. That is lovely, because a lot of the music in this, a lot of the rhythms, it's either this slow, crotchet pulse. It's around something like 60 beats a minute. Bum, 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 bum. Bit slow. It's either just crotchets or quavers. Da, 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 or occasionally semiquavers. Da, 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 da. But it's very square. It's incredibly square music. Very, very little in the way of syncopation. Very, very little. One other thing I like is near the very end, we've heard this bass ostinato too many times to count, and just at the end it's descending. We're heading towards the note D, A, G, F, and then it swells on E. The bass frequencies are pushed out, swells on E. We expect to get the D, and we sort of get it, but very quietly with acoustic guitar at the end. That's nice. Big swell on E, and then a quiet moment starting on D. But is this really the best that game music has to offer? When you sit there and listen, I mean, yeah, again, for me, I just found it a bit of a snooze fest, honestly. People talk about, oh, it's so moving, and, YouTubers, when they're reviewing it, have tears in their eyes. And maybe it's because they've spent many hours playing this video game, and their memory of this music is all to do with the story of the game. I've heard it's a great game. You might have guessed I'm not a gamer myself. I did used to be a gamer when I was a young teenager, about 13 or 14, but then I discovered the guitar and other things in life. I moved on. So I'm not a gamer. But perhaps if I was, would I feel differently? I don't think so. I really don't think I would, because, like I said, music should stand on its own 2 feet, whether or not it's written for a game, and it's too repetitive. It could have at least gone somewhere else, rather than just staying in D minor and having the same melodic movements again and again. And can we mention the pathetic electric guitar near the end? When we get a couple of power chords, oh yeah, electric guitar, cool. Let's hear a B flat power chord. Let's hear a G power chord. It's just, please. It's not cool. It's very, very lame. Anyway, those are my thoughts. If you disagree, please let me know in the comments. I'm here to be educated. So if I'm missing something, I'd love to hear from you, truly. Please let me know what I should cover next. Send me your videos, and tune in next time to another episode of Good Art, Bad Art. Goodbye.